Hey everybody, what's up? How you doing? Welcome back to another tutorial. Before we go ahead and start this tutorial by itself, I would like to say that I have created now myself a new website where I'll be posting written tutorial so that you can learn at your own pace. All the codes, links that I have on my YouTube videos will also be in those tutorials if you so desire to look. The link to that will be on the screen and in the description, so you can check that out. So let's get into the tutorial. Today's video will be all about state machines. State machines basically can easily be explained as the different state an object can have. And different states can be, as for example in a platformer, would be walking, running, jumping, and dying. Basic states. According to what state they're in, that object will run a different code. Right now you can see, as I've done on the enemy, I've drawn what state they're in, and you can see they're in chase mode, if you want to call that. The moment I pick up one of those fruits, they go into scatter and just starts to run randomly on the screen. They may look like they're chasing or not, but it's just a random code that just run around. They will stay in scatter mode for a few seconds, I think it's 5, and then they will go back into chase. This will be a fairly short tutorial, so without further ado, let's open GameMaker Studio and I'll show you how to do it. Continuing where we left off last time, where we created this chase state for the enemy, or chase script, where he will find the shortest direction to the player. We will now start to create the states. The way I have put it up, I will create a global enumerator, and I'll put this under persistent. If you remember from last video, this is where we'll be putting all our global variables. I'll create an enumerator with the name eState, and I'll call them chase and scatter. An enumerator is basically a global variable with multiple different parts, if you want to call it. To call the different parts, we can call it eState.chase, and that's referring to this one. If you wanted, you could, for example, set these equal to multiple things. For example, I don't know, SCR enemy chase if you wanted. But for me, it's only important that I have the two here for readability sake. You could put this in as macro, you could define it as a global variable each, or you could just use zeros and ones, doesn't really matter. Inside of the enemy object in the create event, I want to add in which state he currently is at, so I'll set any eState.chase. And actually also add another variable called state text, and I'll call that chase as well. This is more so that we can later see actually what state he's in. Then inside of here we'll do a switch statement to see which state he's in, like so. And it's as easy as just saying whether he's in chase or whether he is in scatter. Then we will just copy this in. No. And then I'll add that text that we had earlier as well. State text. Set that to scatter, no chase, and here we'll set it to, yeah. Now what happens? The enemy object is created, is given chase state with the target OJ player. Then it runs the step event. If he is not moving, it will run the enemy chase code. But right now there is no time that he will ever go to scatter. And I will do the same as I did in the intro, where we'll start to scatter when the player picks up the cherry. So we'll add in the destroy event, because when the player collides with the cherry, here, oh yeah, the points. Then when the player collides with the cherry, we want it to run that code for the enemy. So we'll say if object exists, just to make sure that there's an object enemy at all. With that object, and this will be all enemy object that exists on the screen. we will set state equal state dot scatter, and also run an alarm, which will take 4 seconds. The speed is the amount of frames per second, and we'll just multiply that by 4 to get 4 seconds. Then we also have to do so that he reverts back. So we'll do here set state to equal to state dot chase. As remember, I also added a code so we could see what state he is in. So we'll add in a draw event, and we want to change the font, the alignment, both horizontally and vertically. Set the color to see white. Before we actually do any of this, we must remember to draw self so that the enemy actually gets drawn on the screen. And we want to draw text. X, Y, state, text. Now, back to the GUI, there is one little thing I have not done here, and that is to alignment. Draw set H, align to FA left, and it'll be yellow vertical alignment to top, so that this doesn't get messed up. And that should be just about everything. There we go, we created what we wanted. The enemy's chasing me around, and as soon as I pick up the cherry, he will start to run randomly around the screen until 4 seconds have passed. After that, you will see once again he starts to chase. And that's exactly what we wanted. It's the simplest that you can make, simplest state machine that you can make. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you really loved it, then would love to see more of my videos, then please make sure to subscribe. That makes the world to me. I've currently started out a new Patreon page so that I may be able to run YouTube more regularly or even full time if ever possible. So if that's something you would love and you would enjoy more content, then please check out my Patreon page, which you'll find on the screen now. But until next time, goodbye and have a great day.